Now, moving on to the final main talking points. It was the Chelsea protests over the weekend. I say protests, it was about 100 people outside the ground, but I wanted to speak about it, about what they were protesting about. Obviously, Roman Abramovich ousted, swatted away, banished into the shadow realm by the UK government. So we need a new owner. Now, a list of candidates has been cut down to 4. And those 4 are the Ricketts family, which we'll speak on, Stefan Paguilica, sure, Todd Bowley, and Martin Burton. Sir Martin Burton, I think. Now I want to speak about the Ricketts family first. Now, the Ricketts family are very contentious at the moment on Chelsea, especially Chelsea Twitter, and just Chelsea in general, because they are one of the families which are potentially going to buy Chelsea, and basically, as a message from a Chelsea supporter to them, fuck off. I don't want to beat around the bush, but don't even dare come near our football club. You've been told you're not welcome. Stop trying to force your way into this football club. Like, it's not hard. Like, you can clearly see no one wants you. Take the hint. Piss off. Like, go away. Go away. Get out of West London, for God's sake. You've run the Chicago Cubs into the ground. You have terrible. Your moral compass is off the fucking. It's pointing the exact opposite direction to what society values. You're racist. You're a racist family, and we Chelsea supporters don't want you owning Chelsea Football Club. So get out. End of. Don't even try to buy it. There'll be a riot. There'll be riots. Chelsea Twitter has been the most vocal I've ever been. It's the most united I've ever seen it. And while there might not be riots, and while it might not be it might not get as much publicity as it potentially should or could. If the Ricketts family buy Chelsea, they'll run it just like the Glazers. They'll run it just like Stan Kroenke and the Kroenke family. They'll run it into the ground. They'll use it as a little insurance policy, and they'll take the soul and they'll take the culture away from Chelsea Football Club. And I understand that culture was built off the back of an oligarch, and it was built off the back of some very illegitimate money. I understand that. But the culture's set now. We're a winning football club. We win. We are winners. Don't ruin that. The Glazers ruined the United culture. The Kroenkes ruined the Arsenal culture. Don't even think about if like, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen. If they come into power, they're going to move away from the Stamford Bridge. They're going to turn it into flats, because it's one of the most expensive pieces of real estate in the world. They're going to sell it, knock it down, turn it into flats. They're going to move us to London, like central London, find a stadium, build a stadium that's as empty as all hell in terms of soul, and we're going to end up like Arsenal. It's going to happen. So, get out. That's my passionate plea to the Ricketts family, because you're just not welcome. They're my thoughts on the Ricketts family itself. I'm not too clued up on the other potential consortiums or people that are going to be potentially buying Chelsea Football Club. I know Todd Bowley is very popular amongst Chelsea fans. He's a Chelsea season ticket holder. He sits in the Matthew Harding lower. He's one of us. There's some aspects of his consortium which I'm a bit fan of. There's aspects in which I'm not. And then obviously I don't know too much about the others. But yeah, it's the worst nightmare is about to be realised for Chelsea fans, and this club he's worth so much more than just being another insurance policy to some American billionaire. And the Ricketts family have shown that they will not have Chelsea Football Club as their number one priority. They'll not have the success of the football club anywhere near their list of priorities. It is a profit-making scheme. It is ripping the money out of the football club, and it's Arsenal 2.0. It is Arsenal 2.0. And it sucks, and it's shit, and it's bound to happen, but it's going to happen because it just is. If that happens, if they are given the job, if they own Chelsea Football Club, the Chelsea Football Club will run itself into the ground. I really don't want it to happen, but who knows? I think that's it for the main